I made a little HTML sales page the other day out of the information that we had, the header image and the sales copy, the Word document form of our sales copy. And I just, I felt there was something else. Figured, well, I'll go ahead and put together a little video to show you how I do it, not so much how it is done. So just keep in mind that there are various ways in which this end result can come about, just that this is just one way. And if you are familiar with Photoshop, then you may have another way to do it. That's cool, that's fine. Maybe watching this video you might pick up on a couple of other items to make you even that much better. But anywho, this is what we got. This is what I ended up with. Now, of course, you can do a lot more to this as far as putting a background image, background color, which I did not. You can go a little bit further and add some more pizzazz to the lettering here, but I wanted to keep it as close to the original as possible just to show you what can be done just with a little bit of extra effort and using Photoshop. Now, a lot of this can be done with the Gimp as well, which is a free Photoshop clone, just that I wanted to do this with Photoshop. So this is with the text and everything in there, and this is basically what we're going to go over, and I'll show you how you can slice this up. So like this little section of the white part here is what we're going to be putting all the text in, and yes, it does kind of expand to fit what is needed. So anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into this. First thing we want to do is open up our Photoshop program, and if you do not have Photoshop, then you don't have to worry about watching the video. Nah, just joking. You can go ahead and download the trial version. I think they give you like 30 days to mess with the trial version of Photoshop. You can do the same thing with Dreamweaver, because I believe that's an Adobe product now as well. I think most everything is an Adobe product nowadays. But you can go ahead and download that, and hopefully with the use of this video and others you may come across, you'll be able to create enough products to sell and make up enough money to go out and purchase the legal licensed version of the Adobe Photoshop and Dreamweaver. Just a hint, you can get them possibly at eBay at a reduced price, maybe even an older version, and then go back to Adobe and buy the upgrade, which would save you a few $100. And that being said, a couple of things I want to go over too is that I'm going to be talking a little bit faster than normal here. Extra caffeine, I guess. And down at the bottom of your video, you got that scroller bar. Well, you can always pause the video and replay the whole thing, or you can hold your left mouse button down on that scroller bar, the progression bar of the video, and move it back and forth as your fast forward or rewind to the part of the video that you want to rewatch. So keep that in mind, because I'm not going to really go too much into how to use Photoshop. I just want to go into how to create that mini site or the mini web page. So a couple of items that we want to use is the header and a CD. So let's go ahead and open up, go to File, go to Open, and I don't want the PSDs, I want the JPEGs. Well, yeah, I do. I want the header actually from the PSD. Get that down here out of my way. And then I want a JPEG CD. So go to the JPEGs. And the one I want is this one here. Now, I've already made it into a transparency, but I want to show you how to do that real quick for those of you that don't know how. And this is the one that you have in your package now. And I suggest, and frankly, if I'd have been thinking properly, I would have done this for you before I sent them over. But how you get this into a transparency, well, let me tell you why you want to get into a transparency is that in the event you want to put this on a header image, for example, like what we're going to do, that is not using a white background, then you're not going to have this white splotchy stuff all over the image that you're trying to put into it. This will blend in perfectly with any color background if this is not white but is in fact transparent. So first step, open this up. Second step, go to image and find out how big this image is. It is 219 by 193. We want to duplicate that size. So we'll go with 220 and 200, let's say, for example. Doesn't have to be exact. Go to new, 220, 200. Make sure the background contents is transparent, because currently the image we're working with is white, or that was made with a white background. We want transparent. Everything else here is fine. Leave it as default. Good to go. Okay. There we go. And we'll just kind of drag that out so we can see the edges here. Now then, on this one, go ahead and click on that That way you've got it highlighted. Okay. Then go to the magic wand, just click on that. Now at this point we're going to go ahead and take a little break from the action, and you'll see that throughout this video on time to time we're going to go ahead and take some needed breaks so as to not put our backsides to sleep, and you can get up and stretch your legs a bit, and this is one of those breaks. So I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Come on back here in a minute and we'll check out part 2.